Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the T40, the Tier 4 American tank destroyer. It's located on the northeast spawn of Glacier and it's under the command of ProvoBob. Well, we're continuing our series of replays featuring ProvoBob in this tank destroyer. It never got put into production, but it is an interesting vehicle nonetheless, and he's armed with the 76mm gun, which is a Tier 6 gun in a Tier 4 tank destroyer, doing an average of 115 and penetrating 128mm with standard, and it goes up to 177 with the APCR. Now he's also carrying a hefty amount of HE rounds, 185 alpha on those. In fact, the 76mm HE rounds weren't that good really. In fact, actually they never had a decent HE round for the 76mm armed M4s, the Easy 8 or the Sherman Jumbo, because those tanks were actually assault tanks. They were designed to take down fortifications and also kill enemy tanks with lots of armour on the front. And of course the Sherman Fury is actually also an Easy 8. But getting back to the T40, well, ProvoBob has taken all the information on board from the previous games he's had, and he's trying not to engage as a ambush tank destroyer because this tank destroyer works much better shooting from long range. But he's gone round the perimeter road. Now there is an enemy tank in sight. It's a Panzer 14, or it's no, Stuart 14. What am I saying? Panzer 14. There you go. In fact, that's a Type 91 Japanese heavy. Missed with the first shot. Got him in the engine bay with the next one, and it's a high roll. And he looks like he's not even bothering to stop, and therefore he's going to be out the game very soon. 2 shots in. Now he's gone into cover. Obviously, that guy really didn't give 2 figs about being in the open, but he's paid for it because he's lost a lot of hit points. Now ProvoBob has got some support behind him, but he was the nearest one to the enemy on the circular road. There's a 10 TP down below, but any enemy tank might come around the corner at any moment. He's looking down into the hot pools. Stuart 14 there. The one that I actually wrongly identified as a Panzer. I'm almost becoming like Jingles every day, aren't I? Yeah, no, I'm not as good as him. No way. The geezer going up beside him. Okay, now this just the other side of that rock formation. The 10 TP is spotting him by proxy, but is he going to go around the corner? He looks like he's going to have a go at that Stuart, but the Stuart's got company. And I think that 10 TP is about to lose a lot of hit points. And oh, don't go too far forward. You will fall off the edge of that cliff. In fact, there is some company. He can fire at the DW2. There you go. Long range shot. Gets it. Nice. Just keep pumping those shells into that guy. He's been spotted, but... oh, now he's being fired on, and he's being fired on by Panzer 2J, the OP little light tank at Tier 3, the premium light tank. Now, I think he ought to run away from this guy because he has got a gun which can pen it, but if he sticks around, he's going to get his armour absolutely perforated. Oh, now the Panzer 2J is not looking at him, he's looking at the Valentine, and as a result ProvoBob's going to just turn this guy into a colander. One more shot to kill and the Panzer 3J gets killed by the Valentine instead. So he missed out on a kill there, but he got rid of a serious threat. The Stuart 14 is coming up this way. Bad move for the Stuart 14. He hasn't got the armour to withstand an attack. The Valentine's got the 2-pounder gun. That's why he could easily penetrate that Panzer 2J. In fact, now he's going to engage the Stuart. In fact, that's not the 2-pounder. That is the 6-pounder. The 57mm gun. I can tell that from the length of the barrel. Stewart doesn't give two figs. He's still engaging. He's going to go down if one of these shots hits him. Okay, here he comes. You're going to die. If he moves any further forward, that's it. There you go. That was easy enough. That's what this tank's supposed to do. It's an ambush predator. It's supposed to take out an enemy tank by ambushing them. Unfortunately, the Valentine 2 just got the Valentine just got taken out by the Valentine 2 down below us. And ProvoBob could turn around and engage the T6 medium, the T46 and the Valentine, but instead he's actually turned around and he's going to go for the T46. Okay, now he can take that guy on at long range. No problem. One shot, one more to kill, and he's got it.
Enemy armor destroyed.
So 2 kills now. He's engaged in quite a lot of long range shooting so far this game. The closest one, of course, was that Stewart, but the enemy is not getting close enough to him to actually hurt him, except for that Panzer 2J. Can't see the Valentine 2 now, nobody's spotting him. There's only 4 enemies left. They've got a DW2, a T6 medium, a Valentine 2 and a Type 91. There's the Valentine, he's coming to sight now. Okay, just go for him. Try and track him if you can. Unfortunately, we just lost our DW2. I'm not sure if that is actually hitting a rock face rather than the Valentine, though. I'd check your fire. Oh, and he's firing APCR. He doesn't need to fire APCR. I think that's hitting a rock face, not actually hitting the Valentine. Yep, and he's just knocked a tree down to show that he wasn't actually hit. But the Valentine is in sight and he's ignoring it. He's going for the DW instead. And he's still firing the APCR, so he's going to end up with a massive ammunition cost. Yeah, you can see where the rock face starts there. And yeah, I think a few of his previous shots went into that rock face. Now, he only needs one shot to kill that Valentine. He should just drive straight to the edge and shoot over the top of it. And instead, he's come to this corner. First shot goes into the tracks. Go for the kill. Yeah. Easy. Now, DW2. Only a short distance away. Now, the 5-inch gun, or 5-centimetre gun on the DW2 should be able to penetrate the armour on a T40 quite easily. Type 91 out in the on the ice. Again, use your mini-map, work out, see where everything is, and then just go up to this bush line, turn to the right, and then just take that guy out at long range. It's going to take about 3 or 4 shots, but it's going to be an easy kill at this range. And, oh, the kill goes to the Hetzer. Very nice one for him. It's a derp gun, I think, on that Hetzer. He did get a lot of damage very quickly. There's only 2 enemies left, the DW2 and the T6 medium. Now we know the DW2 is down there, but the question is, where is the T6? Last seen near the enemy cap area, but he might have come around the perimeter road by now. The best thing for ProvoBob to do is actually go around the perimeter road, because he might see the DW2 from behind when he gets round to the other side of the perimeter road. Instead, he's trying to look through the gaps, and he's not getting anything from those. And now he's going down exactly where the DW2 is, and that means he's more than likely going to find him and get shot by him. He's still got most of his hit points though, so it's not a worry. Yeah, I wouldn't have done this myself. I would have gone round the perimeter road and shot the DW2 from behind. Try and ambush him from the rear. Okay, there he is. No outline though. Is he so close? Yes, he is very close. Look at that. And one more shot to kill. And he did take a round from the DW, but it actually hit the armour and did no damage. Okay, T6 medium next. He's going to have to drive to get there in time, because otherwise the Hetzer's going to claim him. The Panzer 1C can't pen the T6 medium reliably. And I'm wondering what ProvoBob's doing at the moment. Don't stop. Run. Otherwise you'll miss out on a kill. Okay, there's the target. But you can't get a shot on him from this angle because he's hiding behind the rocks. So you need to get up here as quickly as you can. And then turn to face him. You should be able to see him. And if you can't see him, you're going to have to move closer. There he is. He's in the open now. Easy. One more shot. Wins the game.
Enemy armor destroyed.
So nice little victory there for ProvoBob in the T40. There's where the round from that DW2 bounced. So lucky that didn't pen. It's very thin armour on the front of the T40. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it was an ace tanker for ProvoBob in the T40. He managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 5, one short of getting a top gun. He got a shell proof for blocking more damage than hit points to his own vehicle, a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle, and a bruise in the middle for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 10 in total. He got a cool-headed because he survived at least 10 ricochets or non-penetration shots in a row, and that's courtesy of the Panzer 2J, so I suppose he should thank that guy for giving him another medal. And he also got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and this time, instead of getting a top gun, he got a tank sniper, because he did the most damage at a range of at least 300 meters. And his win rate was slightly higher this time than last time, 12,331, which shows consistency in the T40 by ProvoBob. He got the highest damage with 2,458 hit points. The next highest was the Hetzer with the derp gun. He got 2,064. And the third highest was the Valentine 2 on the enemy team with 1,598. You can see it was a reduced numbers game. There was a lot of bots in this game. Yeah, I'm afraid the Asia server does have a problem with numbers of players at certain times of the day. And they have to populate the teams with bots. Otherwise the thing just wouldn't operate. The Valentine on his team also got a cool-headed. That was the guy who was receiving fire from the Panzer 2J, so he got a medal courtesy of that player as well. And yep, there's the Panzer 2J player. Probably needs to practice his Panzer 2J a little bit more, and also not try to engage enemy tanks who can penetrate him. He needs to take on tanks of the same tier who can't penetrate his armour. If we look at the number of kills, we can see it's ProvoBob again, 5 kills, 4 kills to the Hetzer and to the Valentine 2 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's got the top in all 3 columns. 984 to ProvoBob, 861 to the Hetzer, and 606 to the Valentine 2 on the enemy team. Third highest base XP. ProvoBob fired 30 rounds this time. 29 direct hits and 24 penetrations, so his accuracy was fairly good, but he didn't get all the pens that he wanted, and I think that might be why he switched to APCR, and that's going to cost him in the long run. 2,458 hit points of damage, with 1,079 being at more than 300 meters. He received 41 hits from the enemy. Only 4 of those were penetrations, 37 of them were non-penetrations. And, well, most of those shots actually came from the Panzer 2J, and they were just literally bouncing off the armour, which is actually quite handy, because those shells should actually be able to go through the armour on T40. It's just the Panzer 2J driver did not know where to put the shells. There is a sort of like weak screen around the gun, and that's the place to aim for. 451 hit points of damage blocked by the armour, 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 5 killed. And on a premium count, he earned 29,660 credits, but because he used so much APCR in that game, he made a whopping great loss of 24,903 credits. Yep, too much APCR use. You should have been using the AP. You switched it back to use more APCR again, and I'm afraid it's cost you in the long run. Ideally, you need to use standard AP and aim for the weak spots on vehicles, and that way you will get the kills. But considering that battle was a mostly long-range engagement, the standard AP should have been enough to actually take out those tanks. He got 25 bonds and 1,476 XP, and there was no multiplier, so that's all the experience points he took away. But a fairly good game in the T40. And I think this is the third in the series of battles that we featured by ProvoBob in the T40. We've got another 2 to go. And yes, they do get more interesting, so do stick around and I hope you'll enjoy them. Thanks for watching.